Hey everyone, it's Jake here, and today I'm going to show you how to completely automate your blog posts by scraping a website, taking that article, high ranking article, and then turning it into your own, and then automating that process so it just gets uploaded to your blog, and all you've got to do is add images to the blog post. So I'm going to do this with Make, WordPress, and I'm going to use OpenAI. I'm going to build the scenario, so let me share my screen here. So I'm going to build the scenario in make.com. Make.com is a automation software if you're unfamiliar. So this is exactly what we're going to build. I'm going to include a link to this blueprint so you can download it yourself, or if you follow along with this tutorial, you'll see how I've created it. It looks pretty simple. It is simple, but there's some complexities to it. So basically, this is just a article that we're pulling the code from. So as you can see here, all this HTML. This is how your any website's rendered. This is the code that it produces. So we're pulling that. We're turning it into a readable format. Then we're using Chat GPT or OpenAI's API system to create a prompt, and that's kind of the secret ingredient. And then we're separating the title and the content, and then we're pushing that to WordPress. So I'm going to move this off this screen here, and then I'm going to create it from scratch. But this is what we're going to be the end goal here. So and it will create a blog post automatically. All you've got to do is feed it this link here, and voila, that's it. That's that easy, that simple. It's going to save you so much time. I mean, I know you know that blog posts, they can take 4 to 6 hours. You're still going to have to add images. There are ways to incorporate images in this system, but it's completely beyond the scope of this. You can do like screenshot softwares and then feed them into the blog post, or you can just add it yourself. At least then there's only that 1-2 hour as opposed to the whole structure of an article. So let's get into it, and then you can enhance it as we go along. Okay, so let's open up a new tab here. Make.com. So if you're not signed up with Make.com, I'm going to include a link below. Sign up, and I use Make for pretty much everything. So log into your Make account. So the first step is create a new scenario. Okay, so the first step is you're going to use the HTTPS module, and we're going to, that's not the right one, that one there. We're going to make a request, and we're going to make a get request, so that gets information. And so this is the most important part here. So the URL is basically, I'm going to use my own blog's URL. So just to use that as an example, and I'm going to rewrite an article. So for instance, say that you go to one of your, I guess, competitors, and you see that they've got like a highly rated article. You're not going to copy their article, but copying that structure and somewhat of that content is gonna do you favors. So so for instance, say this review is ranking really well. This is a Cloudways review. I'm an affiliate of Cloudways, so I made this review in hopes of ranking high. I did do a lot of the content myself, but this is kind of how we're going to speed that up. I didn't actually know about this. So long story short, copy the URL, go to your Make scenario, and then just paste it in there. And now you can use any URL you want. You can even set this up so it's a Google Sheet, and you have a list of URLs, and you can feed them like 5 or 10. So set the URL, set the method to get, and then save. Okay, I'm just going to move this to the other screen here so I can copy it. Okay, next step. So now you've set that up. Just give it a run there, see if it's working. As you can see, it's pulled that information from this URL. Go to your output. 200 means it's gone through. Go to data. So there you go. So that's the basically what that is the HTML code or the source code of that page or that article. It's got a lot of gibberish here. Might not mean much to you, or if you're familiar, but you can see it is a lot. In fact, that's the plugin stuff, so we're not even on the content here. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to take this HTML and we need to turn it into text. It just makes it easier to read. So next step, open up another module, and then we're going to the text parser, and then there we go, HTML to text, and then just get that data. So there you can see a preview of the code, and save, and then that's that done. Okay, actually I don't like that. And then next step is, so now we're going to connect the OpenAI's ChatGPT. So a lot of people don't know, but the OpenAI is actually separate from GPT. So I think you can get to it here. Let's have a look, shall we? Nope, it's platform.openai.com. Now you will need to sign up to this. It is a paid usage, but I have been running it. I've ran so many, I think I've spent 20 cents. So you just need to sign up and add your card, and then set a usage restriction. Where are we here? This is not what I want to do. So where's the usage pricing? So you can see here, price per 1 million tokens. So 250 for 1 million tokens. I think that's correct. So I mean, like, honestly, you don't even know unless you're using like hundreds of thousands of tokens. You probably use like 5 to 10,000 per article. So yeah, I don't think this is the page that I was on. I think it was here. There we go. Yeah. Usage. So I was running this today. I did a few tests, and I think it was like 19 cents I spent, which is nothing. Look here, look. I used 45,000 tokens, and I spent... How much did I spend? It doesn't even tell me. 45,000 tokens for February. It doesn't tell me, but I know it was like 60 cents. So anyway, so what you need to do is you need to connect OpenAI. You need to connect OpenAI to make... I am already connected here. So you're just going to create a completion prompt. In order to connect, you're going to have to just go here, press add. Give me 1 second. And then you need your API key and your organization ID. You can get those from these links here. I'm not going to share mine because they're private, but that's how you set it up. You will need to add your billing and all that stuff, but honestly, it's super inexpensive. You won't even notice. You can prepay it, so I've prepaid like $20-40, and I've still not gone through it. So go ahead, connect that. Next thing you want to do is you want to choose your GPT model. So just use. So I think GPT-3 is cheaper, but really you want the best system. And so keep in mind too, you don't have to get ChatGPT Premium, the $20 a month. That's a separate thing from the API. So I'm going to use GPT-4. You can set the maximum amount of tokens. 2048 is the default amount. Okay, and now let's open up. I'm just going to open up my other screen just to see that we've got the right things here. Okay, so this is kind of the most important part, and so basically we're gonna be feeding the instructions here to ChatGPT, and the key part is using the different roles. And so I have another document that I'm just gonna open up. I'm not very prepared, just to explain so you have the system, the user, and the assistant. And so the system sets like the behavior, the tone, and kind of the what the AI is going to be doing. The user message is what you would input, as the user. So let me show you the role. You know what? I'm just going to show you and explain as I go. So system. So in here, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to show you what I've wrote. So you are an SEO blog writing assistant creating unique content for blog content. So basically, it's just outlining what you do, what the system does. Okay, and then the next one would be the user role, and then the content in here. I'm just going to copy that, and now this is where the important part comes from. So I'm going to paste this and then read it to you. So this is just the user message, what you're asking chat to do. Please write a comprehensive article on the data I provide below that includes the following sections and appropriate heading tags. And the reason we're doing those appropriate heading tags, if you've built anything in WordPress, you know that you need to structure it in HTML for it to show properly. And for SEO purposes, you need to include your H1 tag, your H2 tag, and then your H3, H4, and so on. And informative using H1, H2, H3 for headings. Each section should have clear and meaningful subheadings to break down the content for easy reading. Do not copy it word for word. So basically I'm saying the link that I provide, don't copy it word for word, make it SEO friendly and completely unique. So it's just unique content for you. Keep the tone informative, to the point, and no fluff. So, I mean, if you've used ChatGPT, it does overshare. So that's why I add that in there as the tone. And then here is the content to rewrite. You don't have to rewrite. You can do something from scratch. This is just for the purpose of this tutorial. And then select the text here. So you'll want to select that. It was correct. So that's from the text parser. And then here we've got the format it to be posted directly into a WordPress blog without including any irrelevant information, keeping the heading tags. And then I set the max characters. Oh, sorry, max characters. No, that's wrong. Max word count 600. You can set it to, obviously for any blog, let's do 1,000 just to maximum word count, 1,000 words. Maximum 1,000 words. Let's do that. Okay, you can set that to whatever limit you want, or you can just leave it open. I'm not going to do any image stuff here, so I hope that makes sense. But basically, you've got your developer system prompt, which is the instructions, what basically the outline, I guess, and then you've got the user prompt, what you're actually asking, and then the next one is the assistant. And so the assistant, let me just copy and paste this so you can understand. So the assistant is an example prompt. So just kind of giving it the structure so that the next ones going forward follow that structure. So literally for the assistant, you can copy and paste a response. You can do that in ChatGPT first, or you can run this module and then add it in after. So I'm just going to copy and paste. This is kind of the example one that I created. But when you can add that in and talk about something completely irrelevant, and then it will produce that article. It's just keeping that structure. So I hope that makes sense. And then max tokens, we'll leave it at 2048. You can add more or you can remove it. That's totally up to you. And then save that. Okay, so far we've got that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this just so you can see an example of the, let's run it. See an example. It might take a second with chat. Oh no, it's pretty fast. Okay. Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry, I can't assist with that. I've never seen that. Of course it's going to do that now. That is very, very weird. Okay, what is the problem here? The assistant. I don't understand that. I've never seen that, so that's strange. Let's fix the assistant here. I just ran this a minute ago. Maybe I did that wrong. Let's just try it again. That's weird. Yeah, now it's doing something. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was a glitch. I don't know. I've never seen that. But now I can see that it's actually doing something. So I don't know if it was the prompt or it misread something, but it's working. Okay, let's see. There we go. So it did something. Result. See. See, it's actually now, as you can see, and now this is a big problem. It's produced the message, but it's not produced it in the format that I want. It's completely ignored those instructions. So give me 1 second, and I've changed things. I've changed it from what I was doing before, and that might be why. So just give me 2 seconds here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the instructions because it's not listening. Please write a comprehensive article on the data providing. Make sure each title is formatted with heading tags. Do not include anything, any text other than the article. I'm just going to do that instead. In fact, that's the main thing I didn't change, so let's just keep that out of it. Save. You are an SEO blog writing assistant creating unique content for blog content. Please write a comprehensive article on the data I provide below. I'm just wondering if this is correct. No, that's fine. Let's try it again. That's not going to work. Very strange. Let's try something else here. Oh, maybe it's the model. I think it's the model. Oh, I think it's this. I think I was using a different GPT. I was using this. It's very strange. Let me just check that 1 second. GPT 4. No, I was using the other one. That is weird. Let's just go with that one. I mean, these are real problems that would happen in real life. So let's just go again. So save that, run. Okay, it's doing something now. There we go. Okay, here's fingers crossed, hoping this is pumped it out properly. Why is this? Oh, sorry, it's here. Result. There we go. Okay, so you can see there, result is coming through. I changed the Chat GPT model, and that seemed to have fixed it. Sometimes I mean, you've used it before. It doesn't always give the best answers or follow the instructions, but here it started to follow it. Obviously, these H2s and H3s are structured differently, or are not placed properly. So there is going to be some editing, but for the most part, look at this. Like this is post ready. You just got to add some pictures. And I also removed the max characters, so maybe that played a part. I don't know how many this is, but you can see, look, that's an article ready to go. You can do this on any topic. You can start adding. You can actually get ChatGPT image prompts, right? So now we've got that result. The next step here is with the way the WordPress module is set up. You need a title, and then you need the content. And so how the ChatGPT module is set up, it's only going to give that result in one. So we need to use Regex to pull the title, and then we need to use regex to pull the content, and then we need to assign those in WordPress. So hope that makes sense. It will when you see what I'm about to do here. So the next thing is text parser. So text parser, was it match pattern? Yeah, I think it's match pattern. And so what we need now is a regex pattern. And so what regex is it's how we tell the system to scrape. And so the best way to understand it, I don't know regex enough to give you like a definitive answer to anything. I just go on regex 101. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and then I put my expression in here, and then I put the test string in there, and then it tells me if it's working correctly. Easiest way to do it is just to get ChatGPT to provide you with a regex expression for the test, and it will pump one out. So for this case, I'm going to extract anything in the H1 tags, and you'll see why I'm doing it in a second. So this is the pattern. Looks kind of confusing, but that's the regex code. Case sensitive, no. Actually, yeah, let's leave that. Multi-line, no. Single line, no. Continue the execution of the route even if the module finds no matches, yes. And then the text is the result. So there you can see a preview of it. Result, save, and then we'll just label this so we know what it's doing. And we'll call this text parser title. Okay, next one, we'll add another text parser, match pattern, and then this is another regex code, and this is basically to extract anything below the H1 tags. And so that is this guy. Sorry, you can't see that, but I'm going to paste it in right now. Looks like very confusing. It is confusing, but you can post it in here, and it will tell you like you got to put the string in and stuff, but it will tell you like what it does. It's completely beyond the scope of this tutorial. Just use ChatGPT to figure it out. There's no point going over it. And then result again. Okay, save. Awesome. Then the next step, now we've got this. We've got, well, it's not running yet, but it's going to pull the title, it's going to pull the content. Then we're going to bang in WordPress. So show more, create a post. And so WordPress, a little different. It's not, I don't think it has like a native API that you can, I mean it does, but it's kind of hard to access. So I've already created the connection. You want to add, and then how did I do this? I forgot how I did it. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Add. I think it's, you just put your URL and then you put WP-JSON. I need to double check that now. I don't want to leave you hanging. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's your URL. So let's open up. So my websites are hosted on Cloudways. Highly recommend. I've got loads of videos on Cloudways and how good they are. It's just a managed web hosting. It's an entire server, but you can host like 5 or 6 websites. I'm using 8 at the minute. But this site is a weird URL. So this is the demo. So I'm going to push all these blog posts to this demo site here. It looks kind of funny, but this is all demo content. So I'm going to grab this URL. I'm already got a connection. I'm just going to show you for the, and then WP-JSON, and then that, and then API key. So you need to install a plugin. So just go to your plugins in WordPress, add new, and then you need to install Make. I think it's Make Connector. I think I already have it installed, but I just want to show you. Make Connector here. There we go. So install Make Connector. It's got some bad reviews, but who cares? It does the job. So go to install plugins, and then search for make connector. So safely connect your site to make.com. Where is the settings for this? Oh, it's right here. Open it up. There you go, API key. I'm going to have to delete this after this or change this, but there's your API key. And then so just copy that. I was just thinking if there's a way for me to, that screws me up or not showing that on screen. Okay, so punch that in there and then connect, should be fine. I'm already connected, so I'm not going to do it, but that's how you connect. Okay, then in the title field, you want to use the, so there we go. There it is, text parser title. Put that in there, and then content. Use the other one. I should have labeled it content. And then type posts. Excerpt, you don't necessarily need to do an excerpt. For the date, I just do the date that ChatGPT is ran. And then slug, if you leave that open, it will pre-format it based on the title. So don't worry about that. And then publish if you want to publish, or if you want them in draft first so you can have a look. Format, standard. And then you can choose a category. I'm going to select all just to show you. It might be easier. And then for tags, I don't think it's necessary to add the tags in. You can customize it. I'm not going to get into it because I've got to use other prompts and more tokens. You can just add that in yourself. It takes 10 seconds. Then sign the author. It's Jake. Featured media. Now this is what. Now this is obviously. Adding some media is beyond the scope of this tutorial, but you can create automations. You can generate images with chat. It's probably better to find your own image and take the time to do the images, because I think that is just as important as the content. So I don't mess with images. I just want to get a structured outline for a blog post, and then I can just add 2 or 3 images in, and then we're done. So that looks all good to me. Save. Okay. Let me just rename this. I think we're done. Seems like too easy. Text parser content. Rename text parser title. I just want the capital P. Okay. And so we got the link. Change to text. ChatGPT. Take the title, take the content, upload to WordPress. Okay, save. And then run. Fingers crossed. It's doing something. Looks like it went through. Let's have a look. Yep. Okay, publish, Cloudways hosting review, is it worth your investment? Now I know that I provided that content before, but if you change your prompt or change that URL, it's going to do whatever it says. Like, it's going to do whatever information you gave it, right? So there we go, introduction, what is Cloudways hosting? See there, so, and it's actually provided the content here without the title, right? So you can see that's plenty of content, but let's have a look at it in real time. So let's save that. In fact, I'm just going to rename this. Okay, let's go to, should be here. Visit site. There we go. There you go. So it did mean I've already set this up as the author. But boom, look at that. I mean, and you can be specific. You can say don't include this, these 2 little icons or whatever, or you're gonna have to do some edits yourself. But like for the most part, I mean, this as well. This is set in your WordPress settings, so you'd set all your H2 tags so it looks consistent. But yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like you've got there, look at that. Look, it's even got pricing, cost analysis. Like you got to go into more detail in what you're going to be changing. But like for the most part, you've got a blog post here already sorted. You just got to add some images and then change the prompts. Like you probably want to do a lot more content than that. But like that's a comprehensive blog post for if you've got make and then chat, maybe $9 to $10 a month, and just update those prompts, like make them more creative, add more. You know what? Let's see what, like if I add, let's do something else. Let's give another example here. So, who we got? Let's do hosting review. Let's do a hosting review. Who's got a big article? Hosting review, expert reviews. This might be no, that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to find a good article. CNET. No, let's not do that. Let's do yeah, this is a good. This will be a good blog post. Look at this. This is a high ranking, amazing blog post. Got the content in. So what we're going to do is we'll grab this link. We'll go to make. Now I'm not saying copy them. I'm just saying we're using that structure and that information. Go in here, replace that with that. Save, and then let's run it. Let's just see what happens. We're running it. We've got that all set up. See how it performs. Alright, it's taking a minute. I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to look at the blog once it's done. What's that, 10, 15 seconds? Let's go to the blog. What we got? A complete blog post SEO checklist to boost rankings. There you go. That is awesome. Look at that. Optimize the length. Now, because I've put no fluff, so it's keeping it very very simple, but you can even go into details and say like, for each paragraph, make sure there is 4 paragraphs with a maximum character size of 300 words, something like that. So, I mean, look, you're set already. Like, that's it, done. Pretty awesome. And that's pretty much it. All the links for the make, like I'll include affiliate link for make, and then I'll include the blueprint that we've got here, so you can download this and play with it yourself. But other than that, we're good to go. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and like, and if you have any questions on the scenario, let me know. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.